Yeah.
You there! Hey! Can I have a word? Okay, listen. We got something here. Maybe you can help. We're making moonshine, okay? But our last batch was terrible. Set your teeth on edge. Ugh. With the right ingredients, maybe. Listen, you fetch us some, maybe there's something in it for you. A reward. What do you think of that?
Sounds easy enough. Sure.
Wild tobacco might be nice. Good and earthy.
You don't say. Well, I have that already.
Go ahead. Throw them into the mixture and we'll see how it turns out. Round on the side of the still. Open the hatch.
Well, moment of truth. All right, darling. Let's give this a taste. Whoa! Well, it isn't the tastiest, but I do get a kick after drinking this.
Very nice, huh? Why don't you rest up? We'll brew a big batch of this later. Hey, listen. If there's any drink finer than ours, it's what's in that chest over there. Take it. Enjoy it, okay?
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Nothing like a life without regulation. Now I get to kill you.
faster.
Help me! Somebody help!
Okay, now. Don't do it. You don't mind. You did. Out of the way! Okay. If I were you, I'd relax. I'm talking. Because this is your new life. Shit! Let's see about this. Come on, boy. Yeah. Ah! Yeah. Come on, boy, push. Yep.
You ain't welcome here, so move
All right.
on. I'm gonna shoot you down. Oh.
Not bad, boy. Yeah. Go. more than that. Whoa! I thought you was already gone!
Tell her I never stopped.
Giddy up. Yeah.
Who are you?
Hey.
God.
hello, chum.
Chum?
Do you want an autograph or a photograph?
I'm sorry?
People often get nervous, but there's really no need to. I'm just a normal guy who, well, happens to be very famous.
Okay. Who are you?
Jeremy Gill.
Who?
The famous fisherman. I've written a lot of books. I'm in the newspaper all the time. Here's one from the New Hanover Gazette from a few years back. And this is a book I wrote. Huh? I wrote it.
Good for you.
You really don't know who I am? Oh, well. Nice to meet you.
You too. Arthur.
Sure you don't want a photo?
Not right now.
You know, mothers, they often offer me their daughters.
Just for a photograph?
No, to marry. But I say no. I'm married to the fish.
Huh. So, you're famous for fishing?
Very.
And that pays well?
Pretty well. What I mostly do is send fans stuffed fish.
Stuffed fish?
Yeah. Here, let me show you. Come with me.
And you're selling these?
Yes. How many do you want? If you get 3, we could do a photograph. Together. Like actual friends.
No, I'm fine. It's sort of ridiculous.
Listen, chum. People love it. And I could sell even more fish if I had them. It helps them to know that out there, there's some man fighting with Neptune on a daily basis and winning.
Okay.
But I can't catch enough of them. And there's really good money in this.
I'll fish a little.
You do? Well, in that case, send them to me. Of course, not if they're too rotten. Do you like that bass? I'd sell this for $50. I'd give you 15.
Send you fish.
Ooh, my card and a map.
Well, maybe I shall.
Only the decent ones. They have to be at least 24 inches in length and 10 pounds in weight. No one wants to imagine Jeremy Gill catching a tiddler. There's no money in tiddlers.
So I hear. Let's go, boy. Yeah. Yeah!
You made a mistake taking me. But it ain't too late. Let me go. And there's no bad blood.
No bad blood.
Take a big last breath, boy.
These fellers, they just don't know when to stop. Okay, boy. Yeah. Yep.
Who's there?
It's me.
You're back.
Yeah.
Hey, you know something? When they was talking about hanging me, I just kept thinking of you.
Oh, did you miss me? That's nice.
No,
Arthur?
precisely the opposite. I was thinking, even if I die, at least I won't have to see that board no more.
Oh, I like that.
They'll never allow that. Why not?
You know, these hides and furs can also be done up into coats and boots and such. Beyond my skills, but there's a trapper that travels around these parts, Canadian feller, skilled tanner. He can make just about anything. You should drop in on him sometime.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out.
Many thanks, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. Ah. Yeah.
Makes my day.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend, Arthur
Callahan. Boy is a hunter.
Boy is a killer. Arthur, you've met but not been introduced to Mr. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sheriff Gray.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Oh, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man owes another anything.
No, sir.
But still, I feel you were hard done by. Losing your employment like that. But still, here in Rhodes, we have work enough for honest men.
Ah, that's some strong stuff. Still, don't seem to be doing you any harm, I guess.
Exactly. Whoa. Excuse me a moment.
I told you we was moving up in this world. Deputies.
You have finally lost your mind.
Amongst these drunkards, hillbillies, and slavers? Good, honest thieves like us. We're bound to be moralizers in a place like this. Oh, Sheriff Gray, you are back.
Now listen, sir. There is shine in them woods, though, and it is costing this county its good name and the state a whole lot of income. You boys wouldn't mind rooting it out. Maybe we'll make you permanent. I gotta set me down a second.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem at all. You are in safe hands now. And people waste time with the temperance movement. Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Archibald?
How are you?
Pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you there's a chain of command here.
There is?
Dang straight there is. This is a dangerous business, but follow my lead and you'll be just fine.
Sure. Hey! Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course.
Who else would be?
But you were a big help with them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon after. I'm pushing for the rope myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshiners.
Not just any moonshiners. Braithwaites. I told you about the Braithwaites?
Pretty sure you did.
Old Cotton family had a fortune at one point until, well, a few changes in the labor laws. Now they're dealing in moonshine. We found their stills hidden all over Lemoyne. Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Greys and the Braithwaites think the others stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
So I imagine.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so, too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon? Dear me, that don't look good. Oh. Come on, mister. Keep your eyes open.
Damn flies! I swear, these are
You could try washing once in a while.
No. This must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Look. Suit and tie. One bullet clean through the forehead. Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification. Okay. We should get going. I'll send someone over here later to clean this up. Would you mind taking the reins? I want to have a look at these papers.
Sure.
I'll direct you. Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Poor feller. Yes, this certainly smacks of the Raiders to me. Bunch of ex-Army Free Staters without an ounce of respect for the law. Go right at the crossroads.
Yep. Not the nicest fellas in my experience.
Oh, and I know the Braithwaites are in business with them. No shame. They're right again here. Trash begets trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say. He had a few stories, let me tell you. Town preacher and town sheriff. Could drink a sailor under the table before breakfast. He had one tiny hand, like a child's, on the end of a grown man's arm. But anyway, this tells you what kind of people the Braithwaites are. Selling moonshine to murderers. I tell folks don't even speak to him. Don't even look him in the eye.
I'm sure I wouldn't.
Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
Even saying that word makes me sick. Now, anyone we find here, we bring in alive, understood? And take this operation down for good. Come on. Let's see what we're dealing with. See? See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I say? I said this place was crawling with vermin, and we just found ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
How are we gonna handle this?
Well, the way I...
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the man for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
We'll take the left.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
A fine idea.
Hush.
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
See one by the bridge over there?
What the hell? Hey! We got an intruder!
We'll take the left.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
A fine idea. Hush. Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
See one by the bridge over there? What are you doing?
Think you take this one, Bill.
With pleasure.
Last one, get him to the wagon.
Good work, gentlemen. Add 'em to the pile, Arthur.
I think that's it.
Well, what do we do now?
We better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure. Anyone but him.
So, think you're real funny, don't you?
Tell me about the...
That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well,
No.
Let's find Dutch and get out of here.
Fine by me.
Let's go before any more show up. All right.
done. Well, forgive me, but me and my men must return to our lives. Seems like we failed to destroy the last of the moonshine.
Sure.
Would you like us to?
Well, I normally take it. For personal consumption, it's sort of part of the job. But I better get back home. Why don't I just take a jug or two and leave you boys the rest to show that there's no hard feelings on account of the war?
We are all Americans.
Of course. My cousin, Webster, he used to say some of us is not as American as others, if you know what I mean. Only I didn't quite. Come on, you degenerate, no-good, white trash, hillbilly piece of scum. I know you, Billy Lime.
Finally.
You've always been a piece of crap. Come on, move it.
We have a life on a land so stupid, a backwater so backwards that even we are like geniuses. Bill, get this stuff out of here. Come on, you ride with me.
Okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I think they were the buyers.
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain sight. These lawmen, these two families. I mean, I really think we can play this from all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the Young Dutch again.
What do you mean, Young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back?
Okay, you're on.
That's the spirit. Okay, on my word. Set, go! You never were much of a rider.
We'll see about that.
It's never graceful with you, is it?
Final stretch.
You really think you can hold that lead?
No doubt. It's sad to think back to you in your prime.
On board. Oh, I am sorry, son.
Well, spare the gloating guts.
Oh, I'm not a gloater. Why would I laugh at the fact that you haven't learned, after all these years, to ride a horse very well? That is a source of great sorrow to me.
Very funny.
I had fun with you today. Be well. Here?
Well, I was gonna say you're like a son to me. But you're more than that.
Why don't you take the weight off, English?
I don't understand that lawman get-up.
Arthur?
Hello, Mr. Arthur.
Not you again. You heard from any O'Driscolls?
No, of course not. I've been here with you lot.
If you do, you make sure you tell us, okay?
Yep, all right. I'll see ya.
Hey, Arthur.
What you want?
One sour son of a bitch, ain't you?
Only when I see you.
Only when I see you.
Hey, Arthur.
What's going on?
Hosea and John are looking for you. They went out to the moonshine stash, said you knew where that was. They was planning a visit to the Braithwaite place, but John needs to do something for Dutch now, so Hosea wants you to join him instead. Seems to be a lot going on.
You're telling me. Okay, thank you. There he is. The camp pig.
Oh, look at Sheriff Shit-for-Brains.
I'm only joking with you.
Yeah, I know your games by now.
No wonder we're always short of food.
What are you getting at me for?
Sorry. No, I'll stop it now.
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell.
You eat it all.
Fine. I'll just ignore you.
Susan,
Hello, Mr. Morgan.
everyone behaving themselves around here?
Hardly.
Well, I'm sure you have it under control.
Sure.
What have you been up to, Arthur? You look odd. You want to talk?
I don't know. Just don't feel myself.
Been out a lot.
Sure.
Anything fun?
I've been bad. I've been killing animals just for the hell of it.
That's it.
I've been hurting women, too. Bad. I can't explain it.
What's wrong with you, Arthur?
I just get so angry. About everything. About how this is gonna end.
Well, it'll only end well if you keep your mind, Arthur. We need you.
I know.
Arthur!
Yes, kid.
You got a lot on?
Just hunting for all this hillbilly gold that Dutch and Hosea seem to think is out there just waiting to be stolen. Why?
I got something. Could be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in Rhodes talking to some of the colored folk. They said there's a gang of fools holed up in the swamps east of here who think their war ain't never ended.
The Civil War?
Yeah, apparently it's still raging in these fools' minds 30 years later.
Okay.
That ain't my point. These ignorant fools are weapon dealers. And in their dealing, sometimes sit on a decent pile of cash. Yeah, been selling weapons to Cuba and South America for years. Anyway, the old boy I was talking to reckoned there might be a bunch of cash just sitting around. And failing that,
Maybe a nice stash of weapons.
With just a bunch of crazies guarding it?
Exactly.
Well, worth taking a look at least, isn't it?
That was my thinking. Said it was at some place called Shady Belle, deep in the woods.
Okay.
All right then. Let's go rob some fools.
Come along.
How are things?
All right, I guess.
Good.
Come on. It's this way. On me.
So you told Hosea about the moonshine?
Yes, he's got some plans. Come on.
You know, I might have met these crazies before.
You been drinking again?
No. Well, yes, but no, that's not how I might have met them. I think some of them harangued me and Sadie when we were coming back with supplies.
Mrs. Adler?
Yeah. And Mrs. Adler did just fine. More than fine, actually. She's terrifying. But I got a notion these fellers is one and the same.
Yeah, we won't find no shortage of angry Peckerwood idiots in the state of Lemoyne. That's for sure.
Is it really that different in this state? We haven't come far.
It seems like it is.
These boys got a manner about them, but I haven't necessarily noticed it.
All respect, Mr. Morgan. You wouldn't notice. Might call you a nigger lover. They see us riding like this. But most of it is a glance or a word. And after that, a visit in the night.
Out west, it's...
Out west is out west. And you're all who you are. Decent folks. But some places down here, they judge differently.
Well, now, guess it can't be so easy for you, Lenny. Sorry you're caught up in this.
Well, I guess their gold's still shining, and their guns still shooting. So I'm game for robbing any and every one of these bastards for all they got.
Okay, then.
Plus, it beats being lynched back in Blackwater with all of you by my side.
I guess it does.
You're right there.
Feels like we're close. It's a rundown old plantation house, down in the bayou somewhere.
Let's take it slow. Be cautious. If, like you say, these crazies are sitting on weapons, we're gonna want to strategize a little before getting shot at.
Of course. They said find the old battlefield and keep on going.
Yeah, I've been here before. I can see the wrecked old Civil War weaponry. But where are the wrecked old Civil War holdouts?
You see that church up ahead? They're supposed to use it as an outpost. Heard they got men going between here and the big house all day.
Okay.
Look at this field. Imagine getting caught up in a fight like this.
Yeah, I don't care to. Hold those reins in. Let's just take a look around the place.
I hear you. It doesn't look like anyone's here.
We don't know that for sure. Let's have us a nosy.
coming back there?
Hear that? Someone's on the track. Look there, a wagon.
Let's see where he's going. You're on me now.
Right behind you.
Let's keep our distance. Just two fellers out on the road.
Hey, does that look like dynamite in the back there?
It looks like we're on to something.
You sure we want to be this close?
I think I see something. End of the avenue, between the trees.
All right.
Come on. We can get a view on them from that wall up there. I'll take the other side. You get in cover there. You see anything through your scope?
Just a moment.
I'll wait on your say.
I know dynamite crates when I see them.
We got something, right?
Oh, we got something. We can hit them head on, fight them honest. Or you could go down there acting friendly.
Friendly? With these folks?
Just draw them into one spot, then I'll start shooting.
Well, that might be the dumbest idea I've ever heard. But hey, I'm always up for a performance. Just give the word.
We're gonna hit them head on. You save your play acting for Hosea and the girls.
Fine by me. Waiting on you.
We're here for your guns and your money. Give them up.
Any men in the area would have heard that. They might be on the way. Now let's grab something and get out.
Sounds like a plan.
These fellas dealing arms. There might be guns in these wagons.
anything? Not yet.
I think we should search the crates, Arthur.
Here. Come on. This is full of new rifles.
We can sell those, right?
We sure can. We'll check the rest later. Now, come on. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Get this back to camp. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Go.
Don't spare the nag. Come on. Come on. G up. Crack that whip. Hey, riders, coming our way.
Okay. Keep a cool head.
What's a black feller doing coming out of Shady Belle? In one of our wagons?
We was doing some business with your brothers back there.
You don't look like any kind of folk we deal with.
You see, we already dropped a bunch of your people to get this wagon. You gonna make us drop the three of you as well?
You hear that?
They might be...
Yep. Leonard.
I'm looking, all right? I can't see anyone chasing us.
I should think we're out of the woods then, so to speak.
Boy, oh boy.
You did good.
We did it.
Well, let's get to camp before saying anything like that.
I know Sean's been bringing in quite a lot lately, and I wanted to... It's good to have something to show like this.
Sean's a loudmouth bragger. Don't worry about what Sean does.
Hey, I like him, you know?
Yeah, well, so do I. Guess my better judgment. Just you worry about you. He wasn't on Leviticus Cornwall's train with me. We had to dig him out of Blackwater.
But
nothing. Me and Dutch, and everyone who counts. We know what you do for this gang. We notice. Keep it up. You're gonna start seeing things change for you.
Okay, then. Okay. Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah.
Hey, the camp's in these trees up here.
Let's get there.
Arthur, Lenny, coming back.
These are fine rifles.
Right?
I'm gonna keep one, just for me. Hey, I always enjoy riding with you, kid. You know how to fight.
Hey, you too. Anytime, Arthur.
What's wrong now?
I seen you looking at her, Dutch.
Who?
You know who. Getting too old for you, am I? That's how it usually works with you, isn't it?
You're delusional. Again.
Won't even look me in the eye, but you look at her all day.
Doesn't matter what I say, you'll believe whatever fantasy you're currently living in.
Fantasy? You think this is a fantasy for me?
I do not have the energy for this right now.
Oh, it's written all over you. I'm not stupid, I can walk in.
Oh, that much is painfully clear.
You're playing a dangerous game.
Will you be quiet? I'm trying to reach you.
When I was frisky, over some pools and whiskey, like the waves of the Bay of the Biscay, I began to tumble and roar. My face was as red as a lobster.
I don't need this right now.
I fell and broke my poor knob, sir. My watch was picked from my fob, sir. I'll never get drunk no more.